Oh, what am I doing?
Hi!
Hi, I'm Jessica.
Hi, I'm Christeena.
And you're watching
Game of Tomes.
Today we're going to be talking about Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson.
So we buddy read this with Samantha over at Leanne's Lit, and we will link her channel below. She's super cool, super nice.
And we had the best time talking with her.
We did.
Over Voxer, and just walkie-talking back and forth.
Yeah. She's really funny.
Yeah, she is. And she was a good book discussion partner.
Yeah, very, very much so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was really, really happy to be there. So,
Me too.
check out her channel. It'll be linked down below.
Indeed, you do.
Basically, this follows the story of a girl who is a ska, who is basically kind of like slaves, and it's set in a world that everything is brown. Ash falls from the sky like rain and snow. There's a Lord Ruler.
A hero once rose to save the world, and he failed, and therefore the Lord Ruler was able to rule for 1,000 years, and he's immortal, and nobody thinks that he can die. And the Ska think of him as God, as omnipotent, and they're terrified.
He's like a sliver of eternity.
Yeah, that's what they think of him as. And every night the mists roll in, and the Ska are afraid to go outside because of the creatures that come with the mist. And there are these people who ingest metals. That's something that's very cool about this book, is the magic system is unique and one that I have never encountered before.
Yeah,
anything like it. They ingest flecks of metal. Flecks? Is it flecks?
Flakes.
Flakes? Is flecks a word?
I don't know.
Okay. So they ingest little bits of metal. Go into
Just skip them both. Skip both those words.
They ingest bits of metal, and they burn them in their stomach, and those metals will give them powers. Each metal has a specific power that it gives you. The Mistborn is what they're called.
You follow just a couple of Ska who decide to get together and rise a rebellion and try and beat down the Lord Ruler and take the city back so that they're not slaves anymore. And that's basically it. But it's so good.
It is really good.
There's a lot to it.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about things that we liked and things that we didn't like.
I really, really enjoyed it. It's definitely not one of my, not like definitely, it's not one of my all-time favorites, but it's one that I do want to own, and it's one that I could see myself, like, wanting to reread, like, for sure, and trying to pick out, like, little things, you know. I really, really loved it. Loved it.
Okay. I am not in the I loved it camp, and which is a bummer. I think I just knew that I was going to love it so much, and it was going to be the best thing that I've ever read. After hearing everybody talk about it,
psych yourself out of it.
Maybe that's it. But also I felt like these characters were not mine. You know, when you really love a book and you get invested into characters' lives, they feel like they're yours in a way. And I just did not feel that with this book. There was a character that I really liked, Kelsier, one of the main characters. But even him, like, I couldn't picture him in my mind.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
And also, one thing that I did not like about the book is that I felt like there was a huge cast of characters. While each one had their own thing going on, I did not feel like any of them had their own distinct way of talking or voice. And that was kind of annoying. I felt like everyone it was like a very thought out way to speak and very laid out, and it did not feel natural. The dialogue didn't.
Right.
But it was still well written.
Yeah.
And it was very creative and interesting. But with the way it ended, I kind of don't know if I want to continue with the series. I have reasons for that, but they're kind of spoilery, and I will definitely be talking about that in our discussion video.
I could see where you're coming from, though.
Yeah.
And I think you did say that while we were discussing it with Samantha as well.
One of my favorite things about reading this book was doing the read-along and talking with you ladies and coming up with all these theories about what was going to happen, because we had a lot of those.
Yeah.
And it just seems like after having such a great experience discussing it and being so involved with what's happening, that I could say that I really loved it, but I just kind of didn't as much as I thought I would. And so I'm not going to say that I'm never going to continue on.
Right.
But maybe I'll, like, borrow them from the library or something.
Yeah, I understand.
But I'm not going to say never, but just, like, it's not high on my list now.
Yeah. Overall, I mean, I would definitely recommend it. If you're into fantasy, there's other magic systems involved, and there's some twists and turns that I didn't see coming.
Yeah, for sure.
And I really enjoyed it.
Cool. I enjoyed it too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, if you have read this book and you're watching this, then come join our discussion video.
Because we're going to film it right now.
Yeah. So.
That's how we do. If you're new, by the way, hello. We do a separate review from a discussion video. So if you've read a book, just watch the discussion. That's cool.
Yeah, we do them separate so it'd be a lot easier for people who... And all of our reviews are spoiler-free.
Yeah.
So, you know, you don't have to sit through something to watch something else. So, yeah.
Alright. Cool. When you play the game of Tomes,
you read or you die.
Come be our friends. I'm Jess Game of Tomes on Twitter.
And I'm Christeena, GOT.
I also wanted to say that we also have now a Snapchat, which I'm going to link down below. I'm Jess Game of Tomes. Or do you want to link yours? You don't have to.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. Christeena P.
Yeah, just Christeena P. It'll be linked below.
And we also have Goodreads, Twitter,
Instagram,
Snapchat.
And I think that's it.
Uh-huh.
For now.
Yeah.
So you can find us below. We will link everything. Leave a comment. Give us a thumbs up. You know.
Subscribe and stuff if you want to.
That too.
Like if you like us. We hope you're reading a great book.
Bye.
Bye.
Friends.
So if we dress up like Jareth and Sarah, who would be Jareth and who would be Sarah?
I feel like you would play a really good David Bowie though.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like you should be Jareth and I'll be Sarah.
Awesome. And you have the...
I don't want to be mean to babies though.
Well, you have to. But then you save it.
That's true.
Toby!
Thank you.
Oh, that's nice.
I got drumsticks.
So, that's why this is my book. And people...
Hey! That's enough. Do not throw toys. That's not nice. You be nice.